Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series of videos I've been doing for a while. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna be featuring a food that I haven't featured in a review yet before. I'm super excited, but we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside the truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, why wear super cool shirts? I always like to highlight super cool shirt. So what super cool shirt am I wearing today? Well, folks, boom! It's from Outrun the Sunlight. It's cool and it's Saturn. It's a thing. The fuck is Outrun the Sunlight? They are a local band out of Chicago. Kind of a progressive instrumental band, very high level musicianship, very cool with their artistry. I ran into these guys at random. They were performing at a show. I was there to see a band called Stellar Circuits, and they were the openers. And I'd never heard of them before, despite, I pride myself on enjoying the local music scene. But I never heard of them before, and they were really fucking cool, man. Like, instrumental stuff is a little bit, because at least if you've got a lead singer, you can kind of, push that personality and, kind of work with that. That's, kind of the focal point. If you're doing instrumental stuff, like, you need to make sure that you can just bring it on that level. And these guys were fantastic. Like, at no point was it not extremely entertaining to watch them perform. I liked them so much that I got a shirt. I also got a CD of theirs. And I actually went over there and took some video of their performances. Those videos are on this channel as well, because aside from doing food stuff, I also do like music and concert stuff too. So anyway, super cool. But moving from a local band to a local eatery, what am I trying for you today, folks? Where are we trying it from? International cuisine. Boom! It's from Ethio Beans. It's an Ethiopian restaurant, which I've definitely not gone over there and featured on the channel as of yet. I mean, I am now, but I've done Peruvian food, Colombian food, Filipino food, Hawaiian food. Like, I mean, I'll try just about anything. So yeah, this is a place called Ethio Beans. I became aware of them about a year ago. I had to do something in the area for some bullshit reasons. And when I was all said and done, I was like, well, I might as well look around the area and grab some lunch. And I saw a place called Ethio Beans, and I was like, fuck, man, let's do this. So it's been a while since I've been back, and I knew I wanted to highlight them on the show. So what am I trying for you today from Ethio Beans? Because, by the way, I know nothing about Ethiopian food other than it's tasty as fuck. First thing that we're going to try, boom, it comes in this little bag. And it is, and I apologize for any names that I'm about to butcher, it is Sambussa or Sambussa, not sure. It's vegan. This is one of their, it's like a starter. It's fried dumplings served with a sweet and spicy honey, and here we go with the butchering, awaze sauce, A-W-A-Z-E. It's either awaze or awaze. Not sure. Apparently it contains gluten and nightshades. Okay. So, let's see. We got the sauce. And then, oh god, they're warm. Okay, well, alright. Alright, well, let's do a thing. Ha 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 ha. It's kind of like a ninja throwing star. Except, I mean, not, but, How are we going to make this happen? Alright, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to try without the sauce. And we'll kind of go from there. Because I don't even know what it's filled with. Other than it's vegan, so, like, presumably not meat stuff. As vegan is would be. Let's give it a go. The exterior is almost like a wonton. Like it's that almost like paper-like pastry. It's nice. I did have this one time. The first time I was there. But again, that was over a year ago, so. It's nice. I like it. Okay. And then it looks like maybe it's filled with either some sort of beans or some sort of lentils. Which are lentils, beans, or beans, lentils. I don't know. But inside looks like that. That's nice. It's very filling. Like, you only get 3 of them, but they're good size. And on top of that, like, you know, again, what with it being beans and or lentils, and I apologize, not only for butchering anything, but any cultural faux pas I might make. I'm trying here, folks. I'm trying. I like different cultures. I just don't know a lot about them. I'm classic American in that regard. But at least I'm trying, right? No, these are actually super tasty. I will say, it's a little bit one-dimensional. Like, it's good. It is tasty. There's not a lot of complexity to the flavor. It's kind of, you get the pastry, and you get the insides. Again, the beans and or lentils. That appears to be more or less it. But, I imagine, that's why we have the sauce. So let's try it with the sauce now. I'm just going to try to drizzle some over it and hopefully not get it all over me. First of all, let's do a little finger test. Ooh. Ooh. Yes, sir, that's good. That's like a hot sauce. Reminds me a little bit of I can't think of the name of it now. A little bit like kind of Tabasco sauce. Like, it's watery. But like, it's, it's kind of on the thing. I imagine, like I said, I think this is where we're going to get the oomph of flavor. There you go. Yeah, that takes it to a whole nother level. Because the Sambussa just by itself is perfectly fine. And for a starter, it's perfect because it is definitely going to go over there. You're gonna get a fill. This is one of those things where you could probably order this as a starter and split it between 3 people and just have each person get one. That'd be a nice little starter just for, just a one-on-one thing. But yeah, with the sauce, it livens it up. It gives it, like I said, just, that extra dimension. That's really good. I mean, you can put hot sauce on pretty much anything. But I never thought about going over there and putting on, again, beans and or lentils. To be fair, I looked up the description of the thing on the menu itself, and the menu didn't say what it was filled with. So I have to interpret. Oh no! Ah. Yeah, man. I'm very down with that. It definitely benefits from the sauce because the sauce is really good. It's kind of like a Tabasco sauce, but with like some added sweetness to it. I really like that sauce. Like, as somebody who's a big fan of hot sauce, and the nice thing about it is it's hot, but it's not like anything crazy. It just kind of tickles your tongue a little bit. It's more flavor than heat. It's kind of, again, where I brought in like the Tabasco sauce kind of thing. Tabasco sauce is delicious. Got some heat to it, but it's not crazy. 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I'm going to go with yes and yes. And so it's the only, if I recall correctly, I apologize if I'm not, I believe it's the only starter on their menu. So if you want a starter, this is going to be it. And that said, though, like, it's a really nice starter. Like, in some ways, it's a little bit familiar, again, as sort of a wonton kind of aspect to it. But then the filling itself is, you don't typically think wontons and beans or lentils, again, I apologize. But it's nice. It's really hearty. One thing with the Ethiopian food that I've experienced, it's definitely a very sort of like communal thing. It's like, here's like a pot of like something in the middle, and then, it's probably best to have like 2 or 3 people to kind of finish it off, because like it's very hearty. Like, it's really flavorful, really hearty. But yeah, man, with the sambussa, I'm down with that, man. Especially with the sauce. It's like I said, even by itself, it's perfectly nice. But, you create, like, when you have the sauce, it gives you that nice contrasting flavors. You have like the earthiness from the sambussa itself, and then, adding in the hot sauce and everything. It doesn't take over, but it just, again, it creates a little bit of a contrast. And it's really tasty, man. Like, I'm down with that. 5 questions have to, do that. 5 things before I get out here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly Ethiopian food-tastic rest of your life. Hooray! Man, it's good-ass fucking food. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there with you in it. And especially when you're over there and you're trying out, other cultures and other cuisines and stuff, and you're trying not to look like a complete fucking moron. I'm trying. But at the end of the day, we are going to deal with situations in our life that are stressful, frustrating, etc. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. And by the way, I forgot to mention this earlier, because this is a local spot. I mean, it's not local to me. I do have to drive a little bit, but I'm going to consider it local. It's an Illinois thing. It's going to end up in my Sampler Platter local love playlist. So, just saying. Just for local spots. But, all that said, yeah, man, do the thing. Like, I always like to, especially when I'm trying out, like, international cuisine and stuff, I always encourage people, like, try out some new stuff. Like, and I've had people bring up comments, like, hey, thanks for showing us this, because, maybe I want to try it, or maybe now I know I don't want to try it, And that's, hey, man, I'm glad that I can serve that purpose for you. And, hopefully I do inspire people to kind of go out there a little bit more and try some new stuff, because I know for me personally, that's been a personal joy, as I've gotten older, being able to go out and do that. So, anyway, this run a little bit long. Bye!